Protein for injured runners. This week, we're going to be chatting about how to optimize protein intake for runners looking to recover from injury and improve their performance. So, the focus of our performance nutrition habit this week is going to be protein. And what we are looking to do is optimize the protein intake in our diet to make sure that we have sufficient protein on board to adapt to the training that we're throwing at our body. Now, why does protein matter for runners and particularly for injured runners? Now, as we know, protein is the building block that allows us to create muscles, tendons, bones, ligaments, joints, joint cartilage, and all the other connective tissues that we use. If we're trying to heal an injury, build stronger, more resilient tissues, build stronger, more powerful muscles, then we need these essential building blocks on board when we go to sleep to actually adapt to the training that we're doing. And that's because every time we run or do any kind of workout like strength training, hiking, biking, swimming, we are causing micro trauma to the tissues of our body. This micro trauma is actually a good thing, but it is damage. And when we go to sleep that night, our body responds to that stimulus by repairing the micro trauma, by repairing the micro damage, and then super compensating. So that's where it brings it back to the level that it was, but then actually makes it stronger and more resilient because it's thinking, next time this guy does that, I want him to be ready for it. This is called the training effect. And that training effect applies whether we're trying to build stronger, more powerful, more endurance capable muscles in order to improve our performance, or we are trying to build stronger, more resilient, tougher bones, joints, ligaments, tendons, and bones so that we can recover from an injury. And we can think of our injury like a bridge that's falling into disrepair. So if you were to send a team of construction workers in to repair the bridge and then reinforce the bridge, they're going to need the supplies. They're not going to be able to do anything if they don't have those supplies on hand. So training stimulates that adaptation and super compensation, but we need to make sure that we supply the body with the essential ingredients it needs to make those structures stronger. So how much protein do we actually need as runners? A scientific approach would be to say about 0.6 to 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Now, this is accurate, but it's kind of useless because it's really hard to imagine how much we actually need to eat and what we need to eat. So don't worry, we're going to take a simpler and more effective method to help us dial in our protein intake and make sure that we're getting enough on board every day. So we're going to look at one serving of protein-rich food as being a palm of protein. So if you were to imagine your palm without the fingers, the size of your palm is one serving of protein for you. That will be a palm of protein. And then we're going to aim for 3 to 6 palms of protein per day. This is going to be much easier to remember. Now, when it comes to what type of food, it really depends on you and your usual diet, but you look at what protein-rich food you commonly eat. So is it chicken, beef, turkey, eggs, beans, lentils, tofu if you're plant-based? You want to be hitting 3 to 6 palms or servings of those sources of protein every day. Now, how are we going to do this? There's 3 steps. First, we're going to review how we are doing currently with our protein intake. Then we're going to look at how we're going to improve it with our habit this week, and then we're going to track our progress. So to review where you're at with your protein intake currently, grab a piece of paper or just open the note-taking app on your phone, and we need 2 columns side by side. So at the top left-hand side of the paper, write meal, and the top right-hand side, write protein. These are our 2 columns. And we're going to pick the 3 most common meals that you have. So my first meal of the day for breakfast is going to be banana and toast. This was a really common breakfast for me in the past. And then in the protein column, beside banana and toast, I'm going to write down my estimate of how many palms of protein I think are in that meal. So banana, no protein. Toast, no protein. So I'm going to get 0 palms of protein in the protein column for my breakfast. Next, further down in the meal column, I'm going to write what I typically have for lunch. A really common example of a lunch for me would be bean chili. And then I'm going to estimate how many palms of protein do I have in the bean chili. So it's mostly, well, it's entirely beans and lentils. And the serving size that I have would be roughly 2 to 3 palms. So I'm going to be a bit more conservative and say 2 palms of protein for lunch. And finally, dinner. A common dinner that my wife makes that we eat often is lentil bolognese pasta. It's one of the few healthy things that my kids will actually eat. And if I were to imagine the portion of lentil bolognese that I put in there, the lentils is a protein-rich food, and it's about 1 palm of protein usually in the serving size that I have. So now I can look at a common day for me and estimate how much protein I'm getting. So for breakfast, 0 palms, for lunch, 2 palms, for dinner, 1 palm. So this tells me a typical protein intake for me would be about 3 palms of protein. So I am within the 3 to 6 palms of protein per day range, but I'm right at the bottom end of that. Now, is this okay? Well, if you're training less than, say, 3 hours per week between your running, strength training, and any other kind of workout that you do, if you're doing less than 3 hours per week, being at the lower end of the 3 to 6 palms range is okay. If you're doing more than 3 hours of training per week between your running, strength training, and any other training, then you want to be moving towards the higher end, closer to 6 palms of protein per day. So for me, even though I'm in the range, I'm going to see that I do want to improve this. I'd like to be closer to 6 palms of protein per day, and that's going to be my target. So step 2 is my plan for improvement. So now I'm going to turn the paper over. I've got my same 2 columns again. Top left, I'm going to write meal. Top right, I'm going to write protein. And I'm going to think, well, breakfast was banana and toast, and that was 0 palms. So what's a breakfast that I think I can eat regularly, that I would enjoy, that's easy for me to do, and that would increase my palms of protein for the breakfast meal? So one that I came up with, and this is a change I made a while back, is I changed my breakfast to a tofu bagel and a protein shake. So now if I were to estimate how many palms of protein I'm getting, in the tofu bagel, if you imagine the tofu being the protein-rich food, the slice that I have, it's air-fried tofu, is about the size of my palm, and I'm going to count that as 1 palm. And then the protein shake, for any protein shake that you have, count it as 1 palm. So now I'm having 2 palms of protein for breakfast instead of 0. Good work, me. Now I'm going to write down for dinner, bean chili. This is what I was having most of the time. Anyway, it works well for me. I'm already hitting the 2 palms of protein for that meal, so I'm just going to write that down again. And then finally for dinner, still often we're going to have the lentil bolognese pasta, but what I'll do now is when my wife makes that, I take some of the air-fried tofu that I made in the morning for the bagel, I cut it into cubes, mix it in with the bolognese and make this lentil tofu bolognese thing. It's a bit weird, but I'm vegan, I'm plant-based. What are you going to do, right? We have to get our protein in there somewhere. So for protein now, for dinner, I'm hitting 2 palms. So now I can see with a typical meal plan for me, something I think I can do. This looks very doable for me. I can hit 6 palms of protein, right? I've got 2 at breakfast, 2 at lunch, 2 at dinner. It's only a small change from what I'm currently doing, but it's taking me from 3 palms per day on average to 6 palms per day on average, which is definitely to the top end of that 3 to 6 palms of protein range where I want to be. So step 3 is I want to track how well I'm doing at implementing this performance nutrition habit. So the performance nutrition habit is to hit 3 to 6 palms of protein every day this week. So on my habit tracker, which you can download from the link in the description, you can print it off. We're going to write in that performance nutrition habit, which is 3 palms of protein per day. And then each day this week, if I hit my target, I'm going to give it a tick. If I don't hit my target, I'm going to give it a cross. For me, technically, I'm already in the range, right? I'm already hitting 3 palms of protein per day, which is in the 3 to 6 palms of protein per day. But I want to improve that because I want to be closer to 6 palms per day. Now, you might, based on what we've said today, decide that, 3 is enough for you, 4 is enough for you, 5 is enough for you, as long as you're in that range and you don't necessarily feel that you need to add more. But if you're training more than 3 hours a week and you're towards the lower end, about 3 or 4 palms of protein, I would encourage you to try and get to the upper end of 5 or 6 palms of protein per day. So for me, my target is actually going to be 6 palms of protein per day. So on the days when I hit 6 palms, I'm going to give it a tick. On the days when I hit 4 palms or 5 palms, I'm going to give it a cross. because I'm looking to establish a habit where I hit 6 palms of protein per day, an improvement from my current 3 palms per day. Now, you might only be hitting 1 palm or 2 palms of protein per day, in which case improving to hit 3 palms and get yourself in the optimal range would be the place to start. Achieve that before you think about trying to increase beyond that. You may already be hitting 6 palms a day easily, maybe even 7 palms or more. For the purposes of protein, if you are hitting 6 or more per day, you can count that as a tick and don't worry about it too much. Remember, our performance nutrition habits build on each other. So you may find the protein one quite easy, where all you need to do is just keep doing what you're doing. Now, for me as a vegan, trying to hit 6 palms of protein per day is quite challenging, right? If you eat meat, it's going to be easier for you. So you might find this protein intake one quite straightforward. If you're plant-based, vegan, or vegetarian, it does make it a little bit harder. Now, remember, key here is that we want to make sustainable changes to our diet and nutrition. We want to do this in a way that we can stick to long term, because that's what's actually going to make the difference. So we're looking to make the smallest change we can to improve our protein intake and make sure that we are in that 3 to 6 palms range. The smallest change possible that gets the job done. That's what we want. Because if you take your current review and look at the meals you're eating most of the time and realize that your protein intake is a bit low, and you make some small tweaks that increase your protein intake, but they're only small changes, you'll be able to stick to it. If you completely overhaul your diet, give yourself a brand new meal plan that involves loads of new prep, you're not going to stick to it. And look for improvement, not perfection. So if I don't hit my 6 palms of protein every day this week, if I miss it on 2 days, but I hit it on the other 5, I'm going to be pleased with that, because that's going to represent a massive step in the right direction. So that's our performance nutrition habit for this week. Print off the tracker, hit 3 to 6 palms of protein every day, and let's make sure that our body has what it needs to adapt to our training so we can recover from our injuries, perform at our best, and keep running for the rest of our life.